Chris and I are going to be living full-time off our motorcycles, so now we need to pack up. It's either going on the bike or it's going in storage.
We've been working towards this for a while now, traveling full-time on motorcycles with Caitlin being on her own bike. We're gonna experience the culture, the good times, and the bad together.
My first hailstorm!
I'm gonna catch the hail. Oh, I caught one.
But first, we had to leave. Originally, we were gonna leave in June after a work trip I had in California, but a family emergency on my side came up.
Unfortunately, the money we had allocated for our trip had to be used for the family emergency, so now we have no money.
And we're trying to hit the road in 3 weeks before the Red River Scramble.
We have a lot of bike maintenance we need to do before we hit the road.
We need to do new tires, oil changes, air filters, valve clearance checks, clutch lubrication. Still really far behind on YouTube videos. I've still been building a website that isn't done. And I'm still working a full-time job. That's not changing. So that's one of the ways we're gonna support ourselves while we're traveling is my job. We're just gonna have to put our heads down and try to get, this stuff done. I mean, the biggest concern I have is if we don't sell anything, we won't have money. And I don't know what we're gonna do at that point.
Oh yeah, and we're trying to get married now within also the next 3 weeks. So let's add one more thing.
The sooner we get started, the better.
Should have started on this like 5 hours ago. And I have no idea where they keep jumping to because they just say, remove this bolt. It's like, where are you? First oil change on the Rebel. The center stand and skid plate are slightly in my way, but job's still getting done, so it's all good. I mean, it's still draining.
A southern rainstorm coming through.
I completed my first oil change on this bike. Chris would have to help me take off the old filter just because it was so tight on there.
But hey, you did your oil.
I did my oil.
So job well done, deserves a beer.
Thank you, thank you. We're doing some travel plans as well as wedding plans. We're starting to go over our vows and get that planned out for our wedding day. Over chili dogs and wings and a beer and a beer.
We're also working on some of the places we're staying, campgrounds, hotels.
All the specifics tied down right now, which we've done pretty well actually, getting a lot of things booked recently. Really a lot more solid than it was even a week ago.
Yeah.
It's a very good chili dog.
She's not just good looking, she's capable.
I'm a herd man. Now what?
Your hero, baby.
You are my hero. That's why I'm marrying you. In 10 days or less.
It's not for my money?
What money?
Oh, yeah.
We got off the rear tire eventually. Now we're on to the front tire. Don't lose your nuts!
That offends me. Another one bites the dust. It's really hot and humid. Hot and humid in Charleston. It tickles. It tickles so hard. All right, we got her 2 tires off and my tires off, so we'll bring them to the Triumph dealer tomorrow and they'll get taken care of for us. New tires from Triumph of Charleston put on our wheels for us.
My new tires for my Rebel. I have no recollection what they are. Chris does.
I'm actually pretty excited about this rear tire because it's supposed to be still pretty aggressive. They call it a 50-50, but it doesn't look like a 50-50. But it's supposed to be a really good street tire and gets long miles, but does pretty good off-road. All right, we still have a lot to do. It's we got 6 days until we leave. I just grabbed a storage place. We're moving in on Wednesday, and most of our stuff's packed. Yeah, Caitlin's a little behind compared to me, but I was already kind of decently packed before I went to my work trip.
You know what they say? Talk softly and carry a big stick. Or fork. I got one fork off. Putting on my fork gaiters. We are working on the air filter tonight. And boy is it hot. Hence the headlight headband.
It's actually a really good look with the bandana, or the thing.
Always double check to make sure that there aren't any other bolts before you start yanking and pulling on stuff, or else I would have broken this piece right here because I forgot that there were 2 bolts. So, good thing I stopped and double checked.
So, new front sprocket on. Caitlin and I did the rear sprocket earlier, and we got the chain off, the Motion Pro PBR chain tool. It works really well, actually. Caitlin's just looking up, you should put thread locker on the sprocket. The answer is probably yes.
So the answer is you shouldn't need to because you have the locking nut, but most people go ahead and do it anyway because the locking nut doesn't always lock. Or not locking nut, locking washer. I don't know. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. And it's Wednesday morning. I think we got a total of 3 hours of sleep last night. Hence the Red Bull this morning. We're going to pick up our U-Haul van, start loading some stuff up and loading it into our storage unit.
I just sat here talking to the camera and I wasn't recording at all. Anyhow, what I was saying was, we got Caitlin's chain and sprockets all done last night.
But hopefully we did correctly.
I think we did. And I lubed both of our clutch cables. We just have to adjust them properly, and then bike should be all good to go.
Well, that doesn't work. Everything's easy on the internet.
Moving stuff into storage in the hot, humid South Carolina weather. It's great. Love it.
I'm currently stuck in the elevator. We got locked out for at least 60 seconds, so I am very pinned in the corner and can't leave. Good thing I'm not claustrophobic. Getting those muscles. Now, let's see how many new bruises I have before my wedding day from moving. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Dun, dun, dun. This is practice for lifting bikes up when we drop them. Oh, I'm so strong.
Packing up our life in a 10 by 10. Well, first trip done. Now about 2 or 3 more.
Now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
Cheers.
All right, this is everything. You can see I started doing I was doing a really good job, and then as we were filling up, kind of started losing it. It's all this random stuff. At this point, we're a day behind, so it is what it is. Time to get on the road.
Okay. Some people may ask you, how do you pack your bike? I say, barefoot.
The bottle opener that's going with me. Well, with us.
We really need to lighten the load a little bit, so we're gonna see what else we can cut from all of our luggage. It's very daunting, a very daunting task. Winter bag. This is my main bag. Let's see how heavy it was. 41.4 pounds.
Let's see how much mine weighs. I think mine was a little over that.
Ooh, 43.4.
Probably between my two side bags, I'm somewhere around a little over 80, so that's 123 and some change. The tent is like 15, 16 with everything that's in it. There's some of the extra stuff we got. Math. I don't know, I'm somewhere over 150 pounds.
Time to lighten the load.
Yeah, if I can just get it lighter and lower, that'd be great.
But it's hard. We're not just doing a 2-3 month trip. We're living from the road for like an indefinite amount of time.
We gotta figure out what's essential.
This is my winter stuff, and this is pretty much all the winter clothes I even own because I'm from the South, so I haven't needed winter clothes. And yeah, I got a lot of underwear, but my underwear rolls into like a quarter and like a nugget, like a little beaver nugget. We gotta make cuts. We'll make cuts where we can.
All right, so this weighs almost 4 pounds on its own, but we're totally gonna bring it because this is a whiskey from Charleston, South Carolina. We're just gonna make it our goal to go through it quickly. So those who are at the Red River Scramble and like whiskey will get a little tasting of what Charleston, South Carolina has to offer. Or we'll just get hammered every night before the Red River Scramble. But either way, we're bringing it, even though it's almost 4 pounds, but we'll go through it quickly. Deal?
Deal.
Cooper can't come in the luggage, unfortunately.
We did a little lightening up last night, as much as we could, as much as we felt we could. Did a little weight distribution or redistribution, so let's see where I'm at now. Bag number 1, 16 pounds. Bag number 2, 16 pounds.
Nice. It ain't light. I am up.
So you're up about 3-4 pounds. But once we go through the whiskey, we'll be down another 3 or 4 pounds.
It's like down a couple pounds, but we also removed an entire bag.
Yeah, it's down, at least 3 pounds there. Maybe a couple pounds on the side bags, but it's more distributed evenly, so that's good. We got rid of a whole bag, so I think this is just gonna be what it's gonna be for a while. I love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Thank you for everything. I'm trying not to cry. I know I can't cry, or else I'm not able to see.
We hit the road and left Charleston behind, heading west for Deals Gap. The adventure starts now. I was just getting settings. Now I'm filming.